Hi folks, more great work submitted last week, so really well done. This week we're beginning to learn about Newton's laws of motion. You can see from the success criteria that we should already be able to describe balanced and unbalanced forces from our work last week. And in addition, this week we should be able to state Newton's first law of motion, we should be able to state Newton's third law of motion, and we should be able to solve problems involving Newton's first and third laws. As usual, you'll find a checklist for the work this week on the Teams page and in the Files tab. The first task is just to watch a short introduction video on Newton's laws by clicking on the link at the top of the checklist. It's a BBC Science video, less than 3 minutes long, just introducing Newton's 3 laws of motion. Next, the tasks are going to be on Newton's first law to begin with. So the first part is to click on the link that's going to take you to this BBC Bitesize page, where you're going to read through the information shown on Newton's first law of motion. So read through the information, look at the examples in the diagrams, telling you all about Newton's first law. After that, you can click on the second link to watch this quick video specifically on Newton's first law, which you'll find in the middle of this page on BBC Bitesize. So just click on the link and it will start to play. And when you've read the information and watched the video, you're going to then complete the worksheets on Newton's first law, which you'll find in the Files tab. You'll see that these are similar to the worksheets from the last couple of weeks. All you're doing is copying and completing the missing words to fill in the information, and then looking at the examples and filling in the blanks there as well. On the right hand side, you'll see that there's a couple of examples where you have to describe the forces for the different stages of the motion. And to finish off these worksheets, there's a little bit on seatbelts, where you're going to explain in terms of forces and what you've learned about Newton's first law. You're going to explain briefly how a seatbelt works. What I would say about the worksheets is that if there are blanks where you have to fill in that are little dashes, so if we look at this one here, the dashes on the page tell you the number of letters that should be in that word, so pay attention to that when you're filling in the blanks. If we look at this one, because it's a bit shorter, this one here, there's only 4 spaces, so that means that this word starts with F and it has another 4 letters, so pay attention to that if you're filling in blanks with the dashes. When you've completed the tasks on Newton's first law, we're going to then look at Newton's third law. So you're going to click on the link that's going to take you to another page on Bitesize, and you're going to read through the information, which is pretty straightforward, easy to follow, on different examples involving Newton's third law. And then there's a short video at the bottom of the page as well that you can watch when you've read the information. Tap on the play button and it starts to play. When you've been to that page and read the information and watched the video, you're then going to complete Newton's third law worksheets, which you'll also find in the Files tab. Again, similar format. You're going to copy and complete the key information, and then you're going to fill in the answers for the wee problems that are at the bottom here, and then the same for this sheet here, where it looks specifically on how Newton's third law affects rocket propulsion. When you've filled in the worksheets, you can then add answers to this page here by clicking on the link. Similar to the one that you had last week on friction and advantages and disadvantages. All you do on here is you add a comment under each of the 4 headings by clicking on the plus. So clicking on the plus opens up a wee text box. So for the first one, a wee description telling us what unbalanced forces are. Then for the second one, a wee description on what is meant by balanced forces. On the third one, see if you can tell us what Newton's first law of motion is. And for the last one, see if you can tell us what Newton's third law is. There's no right or wrong answers here. It's just a useful page for us to get some feedback from you to see how you're getting on with the content this week. And all comments are anonymous, so you can't see which comment's been written by who. When you've completed the worksheets and looked at the information and videos, there's then some questions to complete on Newton's first and third law. You'll also find these in the Files tab on Teams. And they're pretty straightforward. Some of them are similar to finding resultant forces from last week. So you're just going to work through the questions to begin with on Newton's first law. Think about what you've learned about Newton's first law and make sure that you read all the information and watch the videos before you try these questions. Then there's a little bit on friction based on what we learned last week. A wee bit more about balanced forces in Newton's first law. And then towards the end you'll see questions on Newton's third law. Again, you can write the answers to these questions in your jotter, or you can download a copy of this file from Teams and add your answers there by drawing or typing. The final task for the week will be the assignment. It will be posted later in the week so that everybody's got a chance to do the tasks above, learn about Newton's laws first before they try the assignment. It's really important that you have a go at all these tasks. Even if you don't complete all the questions, it's really important that you try a couple from each page so that you're a bit more clued up before you try doing the assignment. Please don't go straight to the assignment without looking at the other work first, because you'll not know how to answer any of the questions. Also, make sure that you ask on Teams if you're stuck with any of the work or if you're stuck with any of the questions in the assignment. The assignment is not a test. We've been saying this right from the start, that the assignments are not tests. You're not totally expected to do them on your own under test conditions. So please make sure you ask for help if there's anything that you're stuck with.